Hello, I am Deepak Fadnis. Welcome to this series of translations of the Abhangas of Saint Tukaram from his Abhanga Gatha into English. You may be aware that Saint Tukaram was a very great devotee of God who became a very popular saint in Maharashtra in the 17th century. In his lifetime, he has written an epic that is called Abhanga Gatha, which is containing more than 4,500 short verses. Each verse is known as Abhanga. Abhanga is something which is not destroyable. So these are words of eternal wisdom for the benefit of mankind. He guides us on how to seek God, how to love God, how to pray, how to meditate, and how to live wisely in this world, how to detach ourselves from all the desires. So much of nice guidance he has given us, and I thought that the rest of the world, which doesn't speak Marathi, should also be able to understand the greatness of Saint Tukaram and they should be able to appreciate his poetry. So I have started these translations. I hope you will like my translations. And today we are going to translate two Abhangas, Abhanga 499 and 500. First I will take Abhanga 499 in Marathi. पंढरीसी जाय तो विसरे बाप माय, अवघा होय पांडुरंग राहे धरून या अंग, न लगे धन मान देह भावे उदासीन, तुका म्हणे मळ नासी तात्काळ ते स्थळ. All the saints have glorified Pandharpur or Pandhari as the magical place which transforms an ordinary person into a great lover of God. The Lord Panduranga, who is the child form of Lord Sri Krishna, he is the God in Pandharpur. He destroys all the bad qualities in a man and purifies him instantly. So they say that Pandharpur itself destroys all the bad qualities in a man and purifies the man instantly the moment you go to Pandharpur and bow your head down at the idol of Lord Vithoba. By just making a visit to Pandharpur, the man himself becomes Lord Panduranga. You become completely filled with every element that is God, and you become as well as good as God. Your body is God's body. Many people may wonder if this is true. Very difficult to believe, right? But we know that it takes only one instant to bring about a big change in a person. Big changes come at one instant. For example, Swami Ramdas Swami, he became alert and he didn't marry at the time of his marriage, and then that is how he became an ascetic, he became a saint. So that moment of realization is one instant, and such things have been heard occurring in many people's lives. Similarly, that instant when a man stands in front of the beloved God Pandharpur Panduranga in the Pandharpur temple, that instant makes people wonder about the greatness that Lord Idol who has blessed countless sages and saints in past. What I mean to say is that people keep wondering when they stand in front of Lord Vithoba that this is the God, this is the idol, this is the idol in front of which people have bowed down and they have become great, they have become saints, they have met God. And with that awe and people get an inspiration and they get changed forever in their lives. So his mind is captivated. The man who bows down to the Lord in Pandharpur, his mind gets captivated and there is some kind of a special vibration in that place which gives rise to very high level of feeling of love and devotion for God. Let us see the translation of this short Abhanga. The first line, Pandharisi Jaya to Visre Bapa Maya. A man who goes to Pandharpur with sincerity gets so much influenced by darshan of the Lord Vitthal that he just targets his own father, forgets his own father and mother. He forgets this whole world. He forgets the material world, that is the meaning. He gets charmed by Lord Vithoba. He gets highly attracted by the divine qualities of the Lord. The second line, Avagha hoya Panduranga rahe dharunya anga. His whole body becomes the body of Lord Panduranga and stays in that form all the time. He has become one with the Lord. Third line, na lage dhanamana deha bhave udasina. He has no desire for wealth or for respect or honor. He doesn't even bother about his own body very much. The body is there as it is. He would not give too much attention to the body and its needs. He may not even eat food properly on his own. He may not even feel hunger. He is just happily possessed by the Lord. And in the last line, Tukaram Maharaj says, Tuka mane mada nasi tatkalate sthada. Tuka says that because of this visit to Pandharpur, the dirt of desires in the mind gets destroyed completely. Short and sweet Abhanga and a big meaning conveyed in this Abhanga. I like this. I hope you liked my translation also. And with this, we will move to the second Abhanga of the day, Abhanga number 500. It's a good landmark we are reaching today. And I will read the Abhanga now in Marathi. बळे बाह्यात्कारे संपादिले सोंग नाही झाला त्याग अंतरीचा ऐसे येते नित्य माझ्या अनुभवा मनासी हा ठावा समाचार जागृतीचा नाही अनुभव स्वप्ने जाती विसरुनी सकळ हे प्रपंचा बाहेरी नाही आले चित्त केले करी नित्य व्यवसाय तुका म्हणे मन भोरप्याची परी Jale Songaveri At Taise. A very enlightening Abhanga which makes you think very deep. Because in this Abhanga, Saint Tukaram is doing a very hard self-examination. He is checking if his mind has actually risen above desires. Whether he has truly become a renunciate. He is questioning. Why? Because he is feeling that if he has not yet been able to rise above the ordinary desires, then it will be wrong if he preaches others about spirituality. From this Abhanga, it is clear that Tukaram Maharaj had a habit of doing a very hard and deep introspection. This shows how ardent was his desire to meet God. He was very eager to get away from every binding that kept him away from God. So that is why self-examination. So let us see the translation. First line, Bade Bahyadkare Sampadile Song Nahi Zala Tyaga Antaricha. I have taken an external appearance of an ascetic, a sadhu, but inside me I have not yet been able to sacrifice or burn all my desires. I have not been able to give up my attachment to desires. He is confessing this, and because he is he is questioning his own mind and he is confessing, he is getting the answer. Nahi zala tyaga antaricha. Second line, Aise yete nitya majha anubhava manasiha thava samachar. I keep experiencing this all the time, and my mind is aware of what is the actual situation. You cannot lie to your own mind. Third line, Jagruticha nahi anubhava swapni jati visruni sakad he. What I experience when I am awake, I forget that when I am in a dream state. I will not remember that I am an engineer or I am a doctor when I am dreaming. So what I experience when I am awake, I forget that when I am in a dream state, and in my dreams I forget everything. Meaning that even when I am constantly talking about God during wakefulness, I forget about it completely when I am in my dreams. So this is what Tukaram Maharaj is finding, that if he is forgetting God during dreams, then he's saying that I am developing a doubt about the real situation. Am I really desiring God? Am I really devoted or not devoted? If yes, then why does that desire not show in my dreams? That is the question. Now, this is a very hard introspection. With this, we'll come to the fourth line. Prapancha baheri nahi ale chitta kele kari nitya vyavasaya. Then he's saying, my heart has still not come out from its entanglement with the material world. I still take care of my wife, my children, my earning. I have to win the bread. I have to buy grocery. So I have all these obligations and I'm entangled with this material world and its affairs. My heart has still not come out from this entanglement. And it's keeping on doing all the old activities, all the old businesses, as if it was habituated to doing these things. There's no escape from these. And this takes us to the last line. Tukka mane maz bhurpyachi pari jale song vari at taise. This is a line which is quoted very often in Marathi literature. What he's saying here is that now my condition has become very similar to the clown who keeps wearing different garments, different garbs, and keeps pretending to be different persons all the time. But inside, he is one, he is the clown. But even if I pretend to be different externally, inside me, I am essentially the same person, the real me. And I know the real me. So I'm not happy with that real me. I'm like a clown, putting on different pretendences. And this introspection, Tukaram Maharaj rededicates himself to seeking God. We get a very great learning from this Abhanga. We can feel relaxed and not feel too guilty if we have not been able to overcome the bindings of earthly desires, such as food, relations, sex. There are so many earthly bindings, earthly desires. You get entangled, you have to earn money, you have to arrange for food, you have to protect your house, you have to repair your house. So many things, they keep you entangled, but don't feel guilty. They are all the properties of mind, and even Lord Sri Krishna has said that the mind is very difficult to conquer. So what do we do in this situation? What is important is that our effort to control our mind should not stop. We should continue the effort. If we are committed, if we are truly committed, God will give success to our efforts. This is the assurance we get by studying this Abhanga, and I think that is a big achievement. This is what was probably the intention of Saint Tukaram. Please share your opinions with me if you do agree with me. Thank you very much for listening to me, and we will meet again later for some more Abhangas. Till then, see you. Bye.